Hey everybody, welcome back. These are some entitled dates that are next level delulu. Let me introduce you guys to Oystergate.
Today I linked with this I met a few weeks ago out with my friends. This been texting me for weeks talking to himself. Why I didn't block him, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best oysters in Atlanta, like hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content. Come on. It's so good.
Slurping. Whoa, another one. Oh, almost lost one.
Yeah, when the fourth one came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat, and I was coming anyway. But I ain't gonna lie, no, I wouldn't have did all that, but I did do all that.
Did you share?
So I was not expecting it to be that good. Oh my God. It was just so good. Like I had to. It was so good. So after that, I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, baby. Why the f this say he going to the bathroom and never come back? I'm like, hold the f on. It's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes. What the f this had to end up grabbing a tab, bitch. Left me with his little one f***ing drink.
He didn't even finish it.
I'm so glad keep me some money, cause what? That was crazy to me. And I said, you running out on the tab. He talking about, I'm offering you to drink. The f you talking about?
You mean to tell me you went out with a guy that you've been ignoring for weeks? You went to an oyster bar and thought, let me just rack up this tab. You order 4 dozen oysters, slurp down all of them yourself. Did we share any of this? More context is needed. To me, it looks like she ate all of them herself. She filmed the entire thing with flash on. And then when you were done, you ordered a main course.
Maybe.
Is she surprised that he left? Buddy. As you can probably tell, this did not go over well on TikTok. And then you only left $11 for a tip. Oh, did she? Did she? She responded to that.
And then we got Beanie here trying to call me out. Baby, I left $11 cash, $15 on my card.
Okay.
And mind you, I paid for the drink.
I like how she's so mad about having to pay for one drink for the guy, but she probably expected him to pay for all of that food.
Ironic.
Imagine listening to someone slurp 48 oysters. Themselves, okay? 48 oysters yourself. Did y'all even talk to each other at all? Honestly, I don't even know if it was really about the eating. Like, I feel like it was about the filming and the slurping while we film. To me, it would be kind of weird if like you went on a first date with someone and they just sat there the whole time filming it. Like, keep that shit to yourself. 48 oysters as an appetizer got me screaming. 48 oysters is the whole meal. That's a lot of oysters. Coming from an oyster girly who loves oysters, okay? I love oysters, but not like 48 of them.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Honestly, this whole saga just lives in my head rent-free.
So I know y'all seen this story floating around across TikTok. And it's a girl just chronicling her date with a guy, and they're headed to an oyster bar. But what made this video so funny is that I saw it on Twitter first, and someone had tweeted this and said, she said, now what am I about to eat? And that's what made me start digging, like, what happened on this date? So I guess the girl goes to the oyster bar, orders 48 oysters, and then proceeds to order, well, this. Crab cakes, potatoes, and some lemon drops, right? That's fine. She's on a date, she's eating. But then she reveals that the dude walked out on her at the oyster bar, and she said this, running out on the tab is crazy. And he replied back and says, I offered to take you out for drinks and you ordered all that food. I can cash app you the total for the drinks. And of course, you know, we got to get to the comments. So the first person commented said this, left my butt off. If it was her moaning over the, if it wasn't her moaning, because she was, y'all, hold on, let me get the clip. Girl.
The
Moaning
moaning!
over the freaking oysters. But the person continues and says, if it wasn't for her the moaning over the oysters and recording with her camera flash on, or her ordering an additional 5th plate of food, that he officially decided that he was going to dip out on her, right? Because we don't know what made him leave on that date.
Can it be a little bit of both?
Another person tweeted this and said, between slurping down 48 oysters, 3 lemon drops, 2 crab cakes, and ordering potatoes, laughing my butt off, did she even have time to talk and vibe with her actual date? Which is a great question, because I was curious too. Like, did she have time to even talk to him?
No, he was a meal ticket.
This just greedy.
She didn't even like him.
Girl, it was greedy.
Tis a remorseless eating machine.
Another person said this, and I had to go back and watch the video. They said $11 tip is crazy because that bill basically was at least $150. Y'all, she left $11. I know that bill was high. I know it was high. I know she'd not leave them $11.
She didn't. Okay, we'll give her
With all
that.
slurping and burping. Another person by the name of Polo World said she was sucking the hell out of them oysters when she thought they was free. Yes, she was. But this is the tweet right here. He said her stomach finna sound like she hit a curve.
Period. Period.
I can't get over the 48. I don't like oysters. They're just slimy. But I can't get over the 48 oysters and the slurping and burping, honey. Like, ooh, child. Have y'all seen this video?
Let's be honest. She didn't go out on the date because she liked him. She went out on a date because it's like, oh, this guy's a sucker. He's gonna take me out. He's gonna pay for all this. I'm gonna film some content. Dude's probably just sitting there like... 48 oysters has got to be a biohazard, can confirm. The tummy does get upset. I don't even think consuming 48 oysters is safe. Honestly, it probably isn't. Been there. My pants. And listen, let me get this straight, all right? I'm not shaming women who want to eat. I've been there. I've been sitting, with dudes on a date. I'm hungry. I want to order something. I paid for it, for the record. But if I'm hungry, I'm not about to just sit on that date, drink a bunch, and not eat anything. Who cares, all right? It's not about being like, oh, I need to not eat in front of men type thing. It was the 4 dozen oysters and an entree. And he ate none of it.
48 oysters. 4 plates. 48 oysters. 2 lemon drops. Didn't even eat a meal yet. I would have left too. You bugging. Like, you're bugging, bro. On the first date and you slept.
People are triggered over this.
Shame!
She's ruining it for the rest of y'all. This is why dudes want to go 50-50 on everything. Because there are people like this that go on dates with men they don't even like and they order 4 plates of oysters thinking that it's gonna be free. But let's not forget, it's not only women who are entitled dates. Oh, where do you work? I do investment banking at Wells Fargo. So I like a woman who has pretty eyes, nice smile, and I'm a boob guy. So I guess big boobs. Do you have any of those qualities? Get ready, my personality list is longer, huh?
Maybe he's compensating for something.
This ain't build-a. It's nice to know that he does have a list of personality traits that he likes, but I love how that comes second, It's like this is the first tier of requirements. And once you've got that covered, we've got a list of personality traits that you need to fit into as well. Top tier response though. How's your evening? It's a must-have on my checklist to have a job, house, and a car. It's a must that you be 6 feet plus. Hello. I meet all of those requirements. It's a must on my checklist that you have 9 months of cash reserves in a case of an emergency, a debt/income ratio of less than 30%, and put at least 20% of your income into tax-advantaged retirement account. I also require C cups or bigger. You know what I'm saying? Match the energy. Am I right? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Go. Are you looking for something serious? Would you rather stay in with your girl or go out with the guys? Are you a family guy? Do you want kids? If so, how many? What's your ideal girl? How many girls have you screwed? Do you want a family of your own? At what age would you want to start having kids? What's the biggest age you would go in a relationship? What type of boyfriend are you? When you see a girl out in public, what catches your eye first? Are you a romantic type? What do you find attractive in a woman? What is the one thing that girls are insecure about but guys think is attractive? See, some of these are really good questions, but the fact that you're asking all of these at once in one big bulk text that you've clearly just copy pasted. Please don't skip any. Unsubscribe! How does one unsubscribe from this mailing list? I'm sorry, I don't think you would be interested then. I'm looking for someone to support me financially with a platonic relationship. Totally understandable. Are you interested? I'm interested in having a platonic friend support me too. Hell yeah. Why not? Wow, that would be great. I'm looking for someone to pay my bills and support me financially, but I'm not looking for anything other than that.
Deal.
Girl, ask and you shall receive. You won't receive that, unfortunately. I don't think you will. I also feel like this is the wrong app for that, but I also don't know if there is a right app for this. There's no app for that. I feel like you get something for something. Nothing is free in this world. Nothing. First date. She refused to get out of the car because he took her to the Cheesecake Factory.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
Oh, he's getting the door?
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Do you want me to open the door for you? You're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a
Period.
chain restaurant.
So?
Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we gonna talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted, you're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
Not
I
at the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, pay for your food, of course, pick you up.
But what does that have anything to do with the Cheesecake Factory? Like, I literally don't get it. He literally went and opened the door for you. This is a long video. I can't believe y'all sat here and had this conversation.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Well, look at
Look
at my planner, where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See,
Not now.
I
I know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs
I understand.
for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
But you made him wait
And
for an
That is
hour?
not possible.
And that's why I'm saying,
You
I'm
ruined the
thinking-
reservation.
okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been if we're late. I mean, I told
we
you
weren't
twice.
late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be.
Oh.
And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot and waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, the equivalent
Not
to that?
without a reservation.
literally
You don't
said-
understand.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for date.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
I think he did.
So you just want to call it a night?
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe it?
Yeah.
Yes.
sorry, y'all.
You can.
He was
but-
pulling out of the parking space.
If I don't feel respected,
And he's still giving you a ride home.
I'm not gonna go through
I
with
mean,
the rest
come
of the day.
on. Well,
All right, she's been watching a little too much Sprinkle Sprinkle, a little too much Shara 7. But I don't feel like Shara 7 is gonna be on your side in this case. If you're showing up an hour late to a date, to the point where the reservation has passed, and then you're pissed off about being taken somewhere else, probably somewhere where you don't need a reservation due to your own issues. This is literally your fault. You were late. Let me be clear. It is good to have standards. It is good to expect things of a man. It is good to have kind of just like, you know, he's gotta work for it a little bit. I'm completely supportive of that. But you don't need to be a dick about it. Positive reinforcement, you know? The fact that she's like surprised about all of this when this is all her fault. What's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? Lots of people like the Cheesecake Factory, all right? She's been listening to the Sprinkle Sprinkle lady. She has, but cherry picking what she does and doesn't want to hear. She overdid the Sprinkle Sprinkle thing. She did. Oh, she did. One thing Shara 7 always does is she kind of like, it's like positive reinforcement, you know? And I doubt that Shara 7 would be an hour late to a date. He seems so nice. I would have been so hyped for the Cheesecake Factory. Like the fact that he still like opened the door for you. He drove you home even though you were disrespectful to him. He was a gentleman. And he wasn't even mad about the fact that you made him wait an hour until you came in with that attitude, girl. The delulu was strong with this one. Subscribe.